Hi, may I have an interview with you?
Sure.
What opinions do you have about citizenship rights? Dear Miss.
Actually, I am not happy about this. As a Sri Lankan, I know that when Sri Lanka gained independence in 1948, the Sri Lankan government passed this Lankan Citizenship Act of 1948. This act only granted citizenship to the people who were either born in Sri Lanka or those who have forefathers that were born there, so Indian Tamils found themselves stateless, which means that they were not citizens of any country. This was a denial of citizenship to estate Tamils. That is why this Lankan Citizenship Act caused Indians to be angry, as they have lived in Sri Lanka for many years and even contributed to the economy, but they do not have simple basic rights for education, jobs, housing and voting. Voting powers from 1948 was 33%, but upon this act, the percentage dropped to only 20%. This made the Indians angry, as they also support the Sri Lanka economy by making tea.
Wow, that was some great opinion. What steps or actions did India do then?
Only in 1964, India decided and tried to help the Indians that are living in Sri Lanka who are stateless. She held discussions with Sri Lanka and agreed to allow a certain number of Indian Tamils to return to India. The rest were to be granted Sri Lankan citizenship. However, this agreement was not carried out fully, and some of the parts are broken, as the Sri Lankan government was interrupted by the outbreak of ethnic violence. About 100,000 Indian Tamils remained stateless, although the Sri Lankan government agreed to give them citizenship. This made the Indians very unhappy, as the government did not do what they agreed and promised. I think that the Sri Lankan government is wrong, as they did not carry out the actions they promised.
Has this problem been resolved?
Yes. Finally, in 2003, Sri Lanka passed the Grant of Citizenship to People of Indian Origin Bill. This bill gave citizenship to any person of Indian origin who had permanently lived in Sri Lanka since 1964 or was descended from someone who had permanently stayed in Sri Lanka since that date. I personally think that this slowed down the rate of conflict and finally caused it to end at 2009.
Great opinion about citizenship rights, Miss. Thank you for this interview.
You are welcome.